Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. What if I told you that they do not want you to invest into silver because that will threaten their dollar? The higher ups are manipulating, controlling silver prices, the silver markets, and they're trying to do this to keep the dollar safe because the dollar has no backing value. The dollar is based off of faith, and silver directly can threaten that. It's a threat because silver is also money, has been used as money for thousands of years longer than the dollar. Our fiat currency is corrupted, and they're going to keep this secret as hidden as possible. Why do you think that silver is such undervalued metal? Why do you think in the 30s FDR changed the gold to silver ratio from 16 to 1 to 75 to 1? They are trying to sweep silver's potential under the rug. That's also why the silver stacking community is so small, is because they portray silver to be a very bearish, not profitable investment. They're not taking it seriously. See, banks are in on this. The central banks, governments, the feds, everyone's in on this because what if people started investing their fiat currency or transferring their fiat currency into gold and silver? What would that mean? That means they're having faith in a new system. That is a direct threat to our dollar. They don't want us to invest into silver. JP Morgan, the Dutch bank, Merrill Lynch, all been spoofing. They got caught spoofing. It's a punishable illegal act, and there's 3 of their employees are actually facing prison time. This is serious stuff. I don't think that spoofing is ever going to not exist. I just hope that to some extent they get this under control because silver markets are definitely being manipulated. Silver markets are in a bubble right now, and I'm not talking about the natural bubble. This is something that is man-made, and they know exactly what they're doing. So when is silver's price naturally going to flow? When can we see silver prices start to break out of this bubble? I think it's going to take a lot of, conveying the message of silver and what it really means and how its fundamental uses, its fundamental value, its fundamental purpose is so much greater than portrayed in the media. People, if you ask the everyday person about silver, they'll look at it as a hobby, or it's valuable because it's shiny. Silver isn't just valuable because it's shiny. It has real value. The most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. No other metal performs like silver. It can purify water. It's been used for over 6,000 years. It's used for thousands of different technology applications. I mean, we need silver. But they don't portray it like that. They portray silver as a slow-moving market that can't make you any money, and it's gold's little brother. So when are the banks going to take control of, because this is the funniest part, right? The banks try to portray silver as such a bad investment, but they have so much silver. They're hoarding. Central banks are hoarding gold and silver. It's like they know something that they don't want other people to know. And that's that silver is real value, that it's real money. And that's actually what, see, central banks, they're not wealthy because they're fiat currency. Fiat currency is crashing, it's collapsing. They're wealthy because they have gold and silver. That's where they're storing their wealth. And that's their emergency plan for when the dollar crashes, how they'll still have value to trade on a geopolitical frontier. See, gold and silver is universal. You can take an American Eagle and you can still spend it in China and say and it's still worth money, where the US dollar is only used in America. So gold and silver have universal properties and benefits. So when I'm talking about this isn't a conspiracy theory. JP Morgan has been doing this for a while, right? This isn't new news. Spoofing's been going on. They got caught. They faced a trial. They got caught doing this. This isn't a conspiracy theory. People really don't want us to stack silver. It's going against the grain. But in return, this is why it has so much potential. You're building a future for yourself financially. People don't want us to invest into something that's not pegged to the dollar. That's why they'll say stock markets are a better option. Because stock markets, what do? They go back to the dollar. Stock markets are pegged to the dollar. Real estate's pegged to the dollar. That's why cryptocurrency and precious metals are the quote unquote rebellious investments. That's why JP Morgan, in return, said cryptocurrency, Bitcoin was a scam. And what do you know? They're manipulating silver markets. Why are they trying to hurt everything that goes against the dollar? Because they want us to stay enslaved to the dollar. And that's the thing about U.S. money or any money. If you are in debt, then you are a slave to them. It's about power. It's about control. And the more in debt you are to the system, the more in control they have over you. They can start taking your things. They can start taking your cars, garnishing your paychecks. You don't want to live like that. Gold and silver is a way out of that. In my video, I was talking about, a couple days ago, I made a video titled Why I Stack Silver. And I was just explaining how much silver really taught me. It's not just about money. It's not just about making a quick penny or a quick buck. It's so much bigger. It's taught me patience. It's taught me how the economy works. See, during your silver stacking journey, you're going to learn a lot of things that you did not intend to, but it's only a bonus, right? It can't hurt to learn about how these economies work, how the markets work. See, a lot of times people think that they just automatically deem it irrelevant because the society has portrayed it that way. It's almost like being brainwashed, or highly influenced would be a better word. And they portray this message for the same reasons we've been going over, because gold and silver is a threat. And I don't think it's ever going to not be a threat. I mean, think about this. The dollar's $24 trillion in debt. The U.S. is $24 trillion in debt. The dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power due to hyperinflation. And we're trying to get ourselves out of debt by replacing it with more debt. It's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. And that's not going to work. So our money's never going to work. Gold and silver is always going to be the best alternative. And I will use the word alternative very specifically because there is no solution. We're not going to be able to get ourselves out of debt by boosting interest rates or whatever. That's not possible. We're too deep in a hole to climb ourselves out. So either our money, the dollar system's going to crash, or we find an alternative. Because there is no solution, only alternatives. And the best, the safest, the smartest, the most potential, with the most opportunity, is precious metals for that alternative. And I hope you, as an investor, see this, because this could be the difference between financial freedom and financial poverty. I don't think anyone wants to live paycheck to paycheck, right? The end game is financial freedom. Gold and silver can offer that. And I hope this video does explain the severity of it. It really is a severe thing. In 10, 20 years, who knows where the dollar is going to sit? Who knows where our nation's on a geopolitical, stand front is going to be sitting? We don't know. U.S.-China trade war is the first glimpse into what, stakes are at bay. We have the 2020 presidential election coming up. That could be the spark of the fuse that needs to ignite prices to go higher, because a lot of times it is a lack of patience. People just don't have patience to wait for prices to rise. And I promise you that patience will pay off, especially if you invest properly or strategically. Because a lot of times you can invest in the precious metals, but it doesn't mean you're investing into it the right way. Now, it's very easy, especially if you just buy what you like, but there is some smarter choices. Now, it's a whole different video, but I'm just letting you know that even though you're investing, you can capitalize off of it in more situations than other. Now, everyone has different exit strategies, different buying time frames, different selling time frames, so it really does depend upon the individual. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Just to recap, gold and silver is a direct threat to the US dollar, to all the nation's dollars. And I hope you see this, because they're going to try to portray silver as something it's not. And I hope you can see the lies, read between the lines, that the only reason they're saying this stuff is because it's hurting their dollar. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. This was Silver Slayer. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out. Peace.